Welcome to Subramani. I have done a disclaimer post saying why I can't answer specific queries, but this one was an exception. One lady wrote to me saying, we have been contemplating buying a unit-linked insurance plan for our daughter. She's 3 years of age, and I do not know whether it is a good idea to buy life insurance or no for a kid that age. What are your views? I thought I'll take my chance. Okay, I did answer her. I told her no, Nayan, Nayat, Nako, Nahi, Vendam, all languages. The answer is no. You do not buy life insurance for your child just because sentimentally it is important for the child to have life insurance. Now, life insurance for the child can mean two things. One, taking a policy on the child's life. That is, if something were to happen to the child, which means if the child died, the parents would get money, right? The other one is to take an insurance yourself, where you're the insured person and the child is the beneficiary. If you died, the child would get money. So the first type, when the policy is on the life of the child, it makes no sense at all. Why does it not make any sense at all? Because first, let's have it very clear. You buy insurance for a person on whom you're financially dependent, not emotionally dependent. So the child is dependent on the father for its livelihood and sustenance, and therefore ensuring the child's life makes no sense, because if the child were to die, the father or the mother would miss the child emotionally, not financially. You're not expecting the child to give you any money. So if there is no commercial value of any person, then you don't take an insurance. So you don't take insurance for a person who is unemployed, who is going to be unemployed, who can't find a job, right? You don't take insurance. You may be able to get it, but you don't need it, right? It's not going to add any value. Now let us look at the other reasons why you should not be buying it. Like I said, first, the child has no income. So as long as your child does not have any income, which means he does not reach 23, 24, 25 years of age, he has no commercial value, so to speak. I'll come to one reason why to buy insurance, that's at the end. But yes, if a child does not have any income, a 3-year-old has no income, a 17-year-old also has no income, it makes no sense to buy an insurance, because the only insurance which you should be buying is a term insurance, and term insurance is income replacement. So if you're trying to replace some income, then it makes sense to buy a term insurance. So the main breadwinner, if it's the husband, then the husband; if it is the wife, then the wife should have some term insurance, not the children. Another stupid expense, another stupid reason why it is sold is if you get the money, it will be useful because it will pay for the funeral expenses. Believe me, this is the stupidest theory that I've heard. You don't want to take an insurance on your child because if the child dies, you can't afford the funeral expenses, therefore you're taking insurance. Something is wrong with you. No, it makes no sense to take that is not enough reason to take insurance for the kid. And secondly, you can't get term insurance for somebody without an income, or you can get a very small amount, and so therefore again it makes no sense to take a insurance for your child, because you can't get it also. You can't get term insurance. You can get an endowment plan, but that's not the purpose. That's not the insurance. That is more saving. Another reason why people buy is the relationship manager calling every hour saying, please buy, it's closing, there is a new scheme coming, but this scheme is good, so buy. That is a solid reason not to buy, because a new policy may actually be better than the old one. So don't worry about those selling techniques and selling pressures. Don't succumb to it. You don't need insurance for your child because there's nobody financially dependent on your child. Maybe I'm saying it for the 4th time, but yes. Therefore, you don't need insurance for the kid. There's another amazing reason saying it ensures that the kid will get insurance later on. That is my foot. I can't believe this. Or to say that therefore, because you're taking it at a young age, the child will get a lower premium. But lower premium at a time when I don't need insurance is not serving any purpose at all. I don't need insurance. So When I don't need insurance, I should not see what is cheap and what is expensive. If I don't need, right, why would I buy it at all? Sir, this is not just insurance, it's an investment vehicle. I do think ULIPs are very poor investment vehicle with fund manager changes, and you can't port. I would love it if I can port a policy from HDFC to ICICI or ICICI to Kotak or Kotak to Max Life to somebody. Nothing like that is available. So insurance portability not being there, I'll be stuck with one fund manager for the next 30-40 years. I don't fancy myself with one fund manager without a known written down philosophy. Very difficult. And the fund manager could change. When I bought a policy from HDFC Life, there was a fund manager. I'm still in touch with him. He's now CEO of another AMC, but he's no longer there. So you can't, nor can you assume the next 30 years the same person will be managing. It won't. And if your policy has a lot of value at 20 years, then there's a chance that right at the time when you want it well managed, because there's a big amount to be managed, you might get a bad manager. So not having portability is another reason why I would never touch a ULIP, right? Sir, this makes very good gift for your child. I think it's bullshit. Don't believe that unit link plans are great gifts, except in the mind of the people who have a target to sell it. So I don't agree with that. ULIPs are a good thing to buy provided you know how to reverse engineer the total cost. If you know how to break it up, find out how much is the AMC cost, how much is the absolute admin costs and things like that. If you can reverse engineer, find out the breakup and see what will happen if growth happens, then maybe you can consider ULIP. ULIP is not meant for the common man. ULIP is meant for the man who can break up the cost and find out whether it is worth it or not worth it. So I do think it's a terrible gift to give. The problem is, if you take a very big policy, you will have to pay premium, which is not worth it. If you take a very small policy, there's a good chance that after 2 years you will forget it and the policy will lapse, right? So both are not worth it. Now I promise that I'll come back to you saying there is one reason why to take insurance for your kid, and there are no other reasons, is when your kid gets admission abroad or in a big institute in India and has borrowed money, or you have paid from your PF, right? 30 lakhs and you paid from your savings or investments. It's not going to kill you, it's not going to hurt you, but it is going to delay your retirement if the money doesn't come back. So in such a case, you should take an insurance for the kid to the amount of the fees to be paid. If 30 lakhs is the fees that you're going to pay, you should have a 30 lakh insurance. If you're going abroad, then maybe you should have a 2 crore insurance. You will get an insurance to the extent of the fees that you pay and the potential, etc. They will give you an insurance. So maybe take a 5-year or a 7-year policy on the kid, favoring yourself. Other than that, trying to take insurance for the kid makes no sense. Don't do it. Don't succumb to sales pressures. Thank you.